Yeah, so I'm David Palmer. I'm a contracts manager on the surfacing side. 5 or 6 years now. Yeah, Nigel took me on early doors. I didn't know much about the game, if I'm being honest. He took me on as a trainee, and I've sort of just gone with it. And as the company's grown, I've tried to grow with it. Surfacing side, so that's tarmac, laying roads, laying driveways, paths, footpaths, that sort of stuff. So our estimators do the quoting. So Nigel and Steve, they're generally our estimators. Ben and Ian do it on the other side, and then they win the job, and then they pass it to me and say, get that right. And that's where I'd sort of come in and try to do it. And then obviously, if things are different, that's when I'll either go back to them and say, look, this is very different. Can you go back to the customer and discuss what you want to do? Or I try to sort that out myself. 50-50, yeah. I like to get out as much as possible, but I feel tired sometimes to stay in office as well. If it's raining, I'm inside all the time. Yeah. It's safe to say I'm inside. It is, yeah. You've got to be very careful. If it's raining, you've got to be very careful what you do, where you lay. Yeah, rain can put a business out, definitely. It can put you out of business if it rains solidly for a month. The guys get paid a stand down rate for a day. Yeah, so which is still very generous. You can still live off that. So on a stand down, it can cost us a lot of money. So we try to manipulate our work so that the things that aren't affected by rain, we carry on and laying. That can make our job and my supervisor's job's a little bit stressful the day before because they're often running around trying to find those jobs, and bring them forwards, and just based on a weather forecast. Yeah, there is. There's lots of surfacing companies in the area. Everyone sort of generally offers the same sort of stuff, and they compete for the same sites and the same. But there is, there's enough work out there because there's enough of roads and there's loads of building going on at the moment. So as you see, everywhere you go, there's building sites. So obviously they get evenly distributed between the surfacing companies, really. Domestic stuff is who you are and the reputation of the company. Sometimes that's the same on car parks and things like that. Generally, building sites, they tend to go on price. I would have said a little bit more, but price is a massive factor in it. You'd like to think it's not the pure factor, but it is a big part of it. I think our standards are a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. I think we try right across the board. I think from the transport side, from the surfacing side, from the laying side to the paperwork side, the PPE side, we try to really be on top of our men, which is sort of what all the bigger companies are really looking for from us. Well, from their contractors, who are often we're working for their subcontractors. And I think that's the difference. There are tarmac gangs out there that still sort of run around a little bit casual, and we try not to be that casual. Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think that sort of does come a little bit from maybe Nigel's quite clever with the people he brought in. He brought people he trusted basically, and he's brought them in, and he's brought them in from a outside of tarmac background to maybe offer something that, say, the site managers might be looking for, rather than what the pure surfacing side are looking for as well. So I think we've got a good balance of that. So myself, I came in without any surfacing experience, whereas the supervisors that I work very closely with, they've been on the ground the whole time, and they've grown through the game of tarmac. 5 hairy men, probably arguing, I would say. No, you've got a Hanley gang down there. You'll have 2 people probably spreading the material, 2 people pushing wheelbarrow from the lorry to the area of works, and you'll have another guy that'll be rolling it in using either a tandem roller or a pedestrian roller, depending on the area they're on. It is a footpath, yeah. It's just a 2 metre wide footpath, 50 metres in length. Sherford is, we've recently cut down on some of our works at Sherford, but it is an ongoing job. It's I don't know if you know much about it, it's a building site outside Plympton, which has probably got 30 years of development ahead of it. So it's absolutely enormous. It's basically a whole new town. It started a couple of years ago. We've committed sort of 2 or 3 days a week to it ever since. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be in the pot. There's other surfacing contractors around the area as well, so they're working in there, but I'm sure we'll be somewhere in there. So we're flexible with our dates. We'll work as hard as I can to achieve the dates that you want. Obviously, we try to make sure everything's agreed right at the start, so there's no changes. So we'll work to your programme as long as you give us those dates in time. Do you know what I mean? And we'll just work as a team to make sure everything gets done to a good standard. We'll have all the paperwork, all the Sector 16 licences and everything in place. So as long as it's all above board, we'll work with you.